Rolex watches are like the luxury rides of the wrist, timeless, impeccably made, and sure, they can swipe a pretty penny from your pocket. It's that blend of top-notch craftsmanship and eye-watering price tags that keeps them on the most wanted list. But good luck snagging one quickly. Those waits at authorized dealers can feel like forever. Today at Opulent Oasis, we're here to chat like good pals about getting around those common hurdles. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Rolex or considering a pre-loved one, we've got some handy tips to help make owning one of these beauties a bit more achievable. Let's bring that luxury dream closer to reality in a way that feels more relaxed and doable, all right? Before we dive into our guide on smart shopping for Rolex watches, let's lay the groundwork. It's really about finding the right balance. Sometimes it's totally worth saving up to buy that specific model you've been dreaming about, ensuring you won't have any regrets later. But if you're a bit flexible, there are plenty of great options out there for everyday wear that won't make you think about selling your favorite guitar. These watches are modern, easy to manage, and with a little know-how you can find them without a major hassle. And yes, they all come with the right paperwork, and from dealers you can trust, so you're in good hands. Number 1. Rolex Explorer. Kicking off our list, we've got the Rolex Explorer. If your adventures lean more towards Indiana Jones than Jacques Cousteau, the Explorer 2 might just be your perfect sidekick. The fan favorite? It's the polar white dial version of the latest model, reference 226570, which debuted in 2021 and often commands a price tag of around $11,000. But here's a savvy tip for the wallet watchers. Consider the previous generation. It's a doppelganger to the latest in style, similar to the subtle revamps seen in the Submariner in 2020. The Explorer 2 enjoyed a little nip and tuck on its case and bracelet, plus an upgraded movement that boasts a beefier power reserve. It also sports slimmer lugs and a bracelet that starts at 22mm, sleek and chic for a smoother transition. Despite its 42mm size, this watch sits snug and low on the wrist, avoiding any clunky vibes with a height of just 12.5mm. Eyeing a bargain? Take a gander at the black dial models made between 2011 and 2021. These beauties are usually priced around $9,300, potentially saving you a cool $3,100 over the new white dial. Plus, the older black dials offer a slick floating hand effect, thanks to their black-coated centers, something the newer models gave up for an uncoated, all-visible white gold look. Number 2. Rolex Submariner Date. Now let's dive into the Rolex Submariner Date. Opting for an alternative might bring you close to the joy of owning one of the most coveted watches around. If you've been daydreaming about slipping a stainless steel Rolex Submariner Date onto your wrist, but are hesitating because of its steep price or the infamous wait lists at authorized dealers, here's something to ponder. The allure of the Submariner is undeniable, and it's true that no other watch quite matches up, but there are some great alternatives out there. Take the Tudor Black Bay or the Omega Seamaster Diver 300M, for example. Both are exceptional watches that could fulfill your dive watch desires without draining your bank account. But keep in mind, even if these alternatives do the trick for now, the yearning for a Submariner might eventually make a comeback. It's a funny thing. Sometimes our hearts chase what they want, leaving logic in the dust. Quick break. Hit subscribe and join the Opulent Oasis family. Get all the latest on luxury watches. Subscribe now and stay in the loop. On the other hand, let's dive into the Rolex Submariner Date, reference 126610LN. This beauty hit the shelves in 2020 and can typically set you back about $13,600, depending on its age and how well it's been taken care of. If you're looking to keep a little extra in your wallet, why not consider the previous generation Submariner, the 40mm reference 114060. It was around from 2012 to 2020, doesn't have the date function, and could save you roughly $2,500. We're highlighting this model because it's almost identical to the current version, except for the case shape and slightly broader lugs on the newer one. The bracelet on the 114060 starts at 20mm and tapers down to 16mm, just slightly narrower than the newer model's 21mm tapering to 17mm. Really, the size difference between the current 41mm and the older 40mm is minimal unless you're examining them side by side. Much like Porsche with its iconic 911, Rolex excels at making those subtle yet significant tweaks. The latest model features an enhanced movement with a 70-hour power reserve up from the previous 48 hours, but this might not sway your decision for everyday use. So does the 40mm Submariner check all the right boxes for you, or are the small enhancements worth the extra spend on the newest model? Number 3. Rolex Panda Daytona. Moving on to the Rolex Panda Daytona, it's like the unicorn of the watch world for many enthusiasts. The steel Panda Daytona, model number 126500LN, dropped in 2023 and became an instant classic. Scoring one at retail is as tough as finding a parking spot downtown on a busy Saturday. Expect to shell out around $35,900 due to its rarity. This model flaunts a ceramic bezel that frames the dial just right, alongside updated sub-dials and batons that give it a clean, modern look while nodding to its vintage roots. The case also got a sleek tweak featuring more symmetric lugs and sharper crown guards. Now, if you're looking to experience that Daytona rush without draining the savings, consider the 116520 model, which was in the lineup from 2000 to 2016. It keeps the classic 40mm size and oyster bracelet, but stands out with its polished steel bezel and distinctive silver sub-dials. Running on Rolex's reliable in-house caliber 4130 movement, this version is up for grabs with a white dial starting around $21,700, and you might even find the black dial variant for less. Number 4. Rolex GMT Master 2. As we close out, let's chat about the Rolex GMT Master 2. Specifically, the Pepsi variant. It's like the holy grail for pilot watch enthusiasts, much like finding a parking spot in downtown during rush hour. Just like its elusive cousin, the Panda Daytona, pinning down a GMT Master 2 can feel like a bit of a treasure hunt. Decked out with a 40mm case and a Jubilee band that nods to the iconic Datejust's stylish 5-link bracelet, it's definitely a showstopper. Currently, if you're looking to wrap a Pepsi model around your wrist, you might need to part with around $21,000. But hold on to your hats because we've got some clever shopping hacks to keep some of that cash in your pocket. For the Submariner fans, consider diving into the world of pre-owned treasures or earlier models for some substantial savings. Keeping a sharp eye on market trends could reel in some unexpected deals. Moving over to the Daytona, why not stray from the beaten path and explore less common color schemes or gently loved models to shave off some costs? Rubbing elbows with collectors might also unveil better prices. For the GMT Master 2, stepping away from the highly sought-after Pepsi bezel to explore other versions could be a lighter lift for your wallet. Cultivating a cozy relationship with an authorized dealer could fetch you some sweet discounts or exclusive offers, and opting for two-tone models might also keep your bank account happier. Steer clear of customizations and plan your shopping sprees around the big sales or holidays for additional savings. And if you're pondering over an Explorer, the Explorer 2 might just be the more economical sibling. Keeping tabs on reputable grey market dealers and timing your purchase with new releases might snag you some deals on older models. Employ these strategies, and you just might secure that coveted Rolex without the hefty price tag. What do you think about the Rolex watches we've talked about today? If you liked our video, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us a comment and give us a thumbs up. Make sure to follow our channel for more awesome content. Thanks for tuning in to Opulent Oasis. We're thrilled to have you along for more watch adventures.